Welcome to the Glitch Report, your daily marketing botcast. Brought to you by Leadpages. Here are our hosts, Kai and Luna.
Today, we're looking at some really interesting shifts in online marketing and how people search online.
Yeah, there's some new reports out that have, some surprising findings.
Exactly. We've got stuff on search engine loyalty, Reddit's big ad success, and this is interesting, where people actually start searching. So our mission really is to get you up to speed quickly on what's important, what's maybe unexpected in this whole online world.
Without getting bogged down.
All right.
We're looking at a study on search habits, Reddit's numbers, and a survey about where searches begin.
Okay, let's jump in. What's striking straight away is how our maybe assumptions are being challenged.
Totally. Like Google's dominance. We all sort of take it for granted.
Right, but this National Bureau of Economic Research study, they actually paid regular Google users to use Bing for a couple of weeks.
And the results were?
Well, here's the kicker. A third, 33%, kept using Bing even after the payment stopped.
Wow. Okay, so it's not just about Google being inherently better for everyone.
It suggests maybe not. It looks like a lot of it might just be habit, inertia. People stick with the default.
That makes sense. User inertia is, it's powerful. Defaults matter. And did people actually like Bing?
Yeah, that's the other interesting part. After trying it, 64% said it was better than they expected. And 59% said they sort of got used to it, comfortable with it.
So it breaks down that idea that the perceived difference is always a huge quality gap.
Exactly. So for you listening, maybe trying an alternative search engine could be, eye-opening. The study even touches on potential antitrust stuff.
Right, like maybe encouraging switching could actually boost competition. Without getting political, it's just what the study suggests.
Yeah, just putting it out there. It shows how habit keeps us locked in sometimes.
It really does. It often needs a nudge, like that payment, to even try something different.
Okay, let's shift gears. Reddit. They're seeing some serious momentum.
Oh, yeah. What kind of numbers are we talking?
Big numbers. Ad revenue jumped, get this, 61%. Reaching almost $359 million.
Wow, 61%. That's a huge leap.
And it's not just money. Daily active users are up 31% to 108 million. And they have over 400 million weekly users.
Okay, so massive growth across the board, users and revenue.
Definitely. So if you're in marketing or just watching platform trends, this is, it's pretty significant. It looks like brands are seeing value there.
Yeah, tapping into those specific engaged communities, right? That's Reddit's thing. Maybe something harder to find on other platforms.
That's likely a big part of it. Okay, so we've got questions about search habits, Reddit's boom. So now for another potential shift. Where do searches start?
Right, not just which engine you use, but where you even type that first query.
An Adobe survey found that 36% of consumers overall and almost 40% of Gen Z are now starting searches on Pinterest.
Pinterest, really, for search?
Yep, Pinterest. It points to this growing trend of visual-first searching.
Visual discovery, that makes sense, especially for younger users. People want richer, more visual results sometimes.
Exactly. The survey backed that up. 73% thought Pinterest's visual style was, superior for what they were doing.
And tailored results, too.
Yeah. 61% felt they got more personalized or tailored outcomes compared to Google for certain kinds of searches.
So Pinterest is carving out a niche as a maybe discovery engine, especially with Gen Z and women.
It certainly looks that way. Yeah. So what does this tell us, about information itself? Is it becoming more visual, less text-based?
Well, it shows different platforms serve different intents, right?
Yeah.
You might go to Google for a specific fact, but Pinterest for inspiration or visual ideas. That's a different starting point.
A different journey, almost. Does that put pressure on Google, you think, to improve their visual search?
Could be. If people start their journey elsewhere, Google loses that initial query. It's definitely something to watch.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the main points. Google's grip. Maybe more about habit than we thought.
Reddit. Growing incredibly fast, attracting users and ad dollars.
And visual platforms like Pinterest are becoming really important starting points for search, particularly for younger generations.
Yeah, these things together just highlight how dynamic the online space is. User behavior is always shifting.
So that leads to our final thought for you today. Thinking about all these changes, where might you find your next key piece of information?
And are your current online habits maybe limiting you? Are there valuable alternatives you're just not seeing because of defaults or routine?
Something to chew on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.